My name is Rachel Ross, and I am the education specialist here at the Topeka Zoo, and we are doing these Zoo to You live animal programs every day at 2 o'clock. And today we are featuring one of our favorite education reptiles, Steve, the Blue Tongue Skink. Now you may look at this lizard and think, man, he looks a little bit like a snake, but a skink is a type of lizard. If you look at his face, you will see it is very snake-like, but he does have a long body and these small little legs. Blue Tongue Skinks are one of the largest types of skinks in the world, and they live in Australia, in the deserts and the grasslands over across the world. Now, Steve here came to us because he used to be somebody's pet, and now he is a zoo animal. He just turned 2 in December. Now, Blue Tongue Skinks can actually live quite a long time. They can live up to 20 years. Skinks are lizards that have some really interesting adaptations. You just saw that Steve stuck out his tongue. He is called a Blue Tongue Skink because he has a bright blue tongue. Now, some people might think that that's an odd color for a tongue, and that's what he wants you to think. Blue Tongue Skinks have a bright blue tongue as a way to fake out their predators, to make them think that they are poisonous or sick. So living over in Australia, if a predator spots Steve, the first thing he's going to do is rely on his camouflage, this beautiful coloring to blend in. But if that doesn't work, he sticks out that blue tongue at his predators, and he is saying, hey, don't you mess with me, because that blue tongue could mean something is wrong with me. Now, most of the time this works. Predators say, ugh, what is that blue tongue? I don't want to eat it, and they leave him alone. But every once in a while, a predator is hungry enough to try and mess with an animal, even with a bright blue warning color tongue. And that is where his tail comes in. Skinks are lizards that have the ability to drop their tails and regrow it. So Steve can actually run away from his predators and at the same time control muscles in his body that allows him to drop his tail. It literally falls off his body. Now when that happens, it can still wiggle for a few minutes after it falls off of him, and the predator who is chasing him, maybe a dingo or a bird, is really confused. They say, what just happened? That one lizard split into 2. And while they pay attention to the tail wiggling on the ground, the rest of the skink with the important parts like the head and the organs is able to get away. Now Steve here has never dropped his tail because he has never had a reason to, but if he were to drop it, it would grow back, but every time it grows back shorter than what it did before. Now, as a lizard, Steve is an omnivore, and he enjoys many differing food items. He eats plants, but he also eats other animals, specifically insects and other invertebrates in Australia. Here at the zoo, he gets a variety of vegetables, mealworms, crickets, and some special lizard diet food. He is one of our favorite education animals. You can find him in our Gary Clark education room. He loves to burrow underneath his enclosure. He's an animal that likes to dig. So next time you are at the zoo or learning about animals, make sure to check out reptiles. They are a wonderful grouping of animal, and they have a lot to give to our world. Thanks for listening.